Donald Trump is not going to have a good day. He's not going to have a good weekend, and I'm predicting that the next month is probably going to be really, really bad for Donald Trump. After all, we began Friday with his good buddy Roger Stone being hauled away in handcuffs by the FBI. And then, even before that happened though, on Thursday it was announced that his old buddy, his long ago BFF, Michael Cohen, had been subpoenaed by the Senate Intelligence Committee because they want to get some answers from this guy about what exactly he lied to them about all those months ago. And they understand that since Cohen postponed his testimony to the House because he feared for his safety and the safety of his family at the hands of Donald Trump, that a subpoena would be the only way to get him to come and testify before he's hauled off to prison in early March to start serving his sentence. Lanny Davis, attorney for Michael Cohen, confirmed that the subpoena was issued and said that Michael Cohen will comply, although he is very scared still for the safety of his family. Republicans and Democrats on the Senate Intelligence Committee supported this subpoena because they want to know what the hell this man was lying about. Now, unfortunately, this is likely to not be a public hearing. So this is not something we'll get to tune into C-SPAN and see. It's not something we're going to see transcripts from unless those are released by the committee itself, which is unlikely. But what it does mean is that since it's not public, they can ask him questions about other ongoing investigations. Now, if he were to testify in front of the House Oversight Committee, the ones who had wanted to testify or have him testify too, he would not be able to answer any questions about Trump Tower, about the Mueller investigation, none of that. They couldn't ask him. But in the Senate Intelligence Committee, behind closed doors, they can. And I think that's why you have the bipartisan support for the subpoena. Because I think Republicans want to discredit him. They want to pull him in front of the committee and say, well, you lied to us before. Tell us everything you've lied about. Why are you such a dishonest person? Why can't we ever believe anything you say? Whereas the Democrats are going to say, hey, tell us everything Donald Trump told you to do. Every horrible crime he told you to commit. Tell us, tell us, tell us. Really, no reason whatsoever for this man to actually go and testify because it doesn't matter if the Senate Democrats learn what Trump told him to lie about. It doesn't matter if Republicans want to discredit him because the information that is necessary and relevant has already been given to the special prosecutor's office. That's done. That is a thing that's already happened. And Mueller, according to their own filings, they've been able to corroborate what Cohen has said. So this hearing, this subpoena, technically is totally worthless. Democrats want to use it as a warning shot to the president, and Republicans want to use it as a bone to throw to their base saying, we're going to discredit this fool, so don't worry. This isn't going to change anybody's minds. Mostly because we're not going to be able to see it or know what they talk about. But even if we were, as of this point, pretty much everybody has their own confirmation bias at this point. Either Trump 100% did it, or he's 100% guilty or innocent, and the whole thing is a witch hunt. So, this is a dog and pony show at this point. I would love to see Michael Cohen testify, and I'd like to see him testify publicly. But I also understand that because of the rules, he wouldn't be able to talk about the things we need him to talk about. So there's not really much point. He's already been convicted, for lying or pleaded guilty. So he's going to prison for lying to them. So why call him back to talk about that? We already know it. We've got it. He's been sentenced. This doesn't make too much sense, again, other than to throw some bones by both parties to their bases at this point. But Donald Trump is going to be shaking. Donald Trump is going to be scared, and he should be. Because anything that Cohen tells those Democrats or Republicans in that Senate meeting, he has already told Robert Mueller, and it's very likely that Robert Mueller has already been able to verify it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.